Good evening, here are tonight's top stories. A woman charged with assault and threatening behavior has appeared in court. There's been a breakthrough arrest in a decade-old murder case, and the body of a minor was found in the Essequibo River. Tragedy strikes with the death of a farmer in a mining site accident, as well as a fatal motorcycle accident claiming 2 lives in Burbis. Additionally, a teenager has been remanded following an alleged robbery under arms incident. Stay tuned for further updates on these stories. Please remember to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more news.
Woman charged with assault and threatening behavior appears in court. In a recent court session at the Georgetown Magistrates Court, 23-year-old Shania Melville faced charges of assault against police officers and threatening behavior. Appearing before Senior Magistrate Laron Daly for the first time, Melville was accused of committing the offenses on April 15 at the Stabroek Market located on the Stabroek Back Road. Reports suggest that Melville allegedly assaulted Lance Corporal Elizabeth Daniels with the intent to cause physical harm on the Stabroek Back Road. Additionally, she is accused of assaulting another officer at the Stabroek Market on the same day. Moreover, Melville purportedly engaged in threatening behavior towards Lance Corporal Daniels. Upon the reading of the charges by Magistrate Daly, Melville pleaded not guilty. Despite her plea, the court granted Melville $80,000 bail for the 3 charges. She is scheduled to make her next court appearance on April 29, 2024, as legal proceedings continue. Breakthrough arrest made in decade-old murder case. In a significant development, police in Regional Division No. 6, East Burbis Quarantine, have apprehended a 63-year-old logger wanted in connection with a murder that occurred over 10 years ago. Leon de Jong, also known as Howard de Jonga, was nabbed between 01 to 00H and 10 to 20H today at Baracara Village during an intelligence-led operation by a senior police officer. De Jong was wanted for questioning in connection with the 2013 murder of Titus Sutton, which occurred at Baracara. On November 8, 2023, 53-year-old Sutton of Melanie Damishana, East Coast Demerara, ECD, was shot once in the chest. His business partner, 34-year-old Sherwin McCalmont, sustained a gunshot wound to his right thigh during the incident. It was reported that Sutton was involved in an argument with de Jong when he was shot. A wanted bulletin was subsequently issued for de Jong in January 2014 and then again in November 2018. During the operation this morning, police conducted a search at the suspect's Baracara Village home, where a suspected 12-gauge cartridge was found in a bag hung on the bedroom wall. De Jong was escorted to the Central Police Station in Region 6, where he remains in custody pending further investigations. This arrest marks a significant breakthrough in a long-standing murder case and underscores law enforcement's commitment to pursuing justice for victims and their families. Stay tuned for updates as the investigation progresses. Miner's body found in Essequibo River. Tragedy struck the Essequibo River community as the body of 40-year-old miner Exley Boyle was discovered floating late Friday afternoon, just 1 day after he was reported missing. Boyle, a resident of Batavia Village, Cuyuni River, was found at approximately 17:30H and his body was promptly retrieved from the river. However, upon arrival at the Bartica Hospital, he was pronounced dead by attending medical personnel. Preliminary examinations conducted by a crime scene technician revealed no visible signs of violence on Boyle's body, but authorities noted the presence of a blood-like substance emanating from his nostrils. His remains were transferred to the hospital mortuary pending a post-mortem examination to determine the exact cause of death. According to reports, Boyle went missing on Thursday while traveling from Bartica to Burn Bush in the Essequibo River. The discovery of a drifting boat, identified as belonging to Boyle, prompted a search effort by authorities. Further investigation revealed that Boyle, accompanied by a 59-year-old chainsaw operator, had embarked on the journey to Burn Bush. After stopping at various locations, including a liquor store in Bartica, Boyle's companion reported that Boyle left Burn Bush alone in his boat to return to Bartica. Despite extensive searches conducted by a dedicated search party, Boyle's body was not located until the following day. As investigations into the circumstances surrounding Boyle's death continue, the community remains in mourning over the loss of a beloved member. Tragic death of farmer in mining site accident. Peter Smith, a 55-year-old farmer hailing from Ishelton village in the deep South Rupununi, met his untimely demise on Thursday night in a tragic accident at a mining site situated at Marudi Back Dam. According to a statement issued by police headquarters, the area was frequented by several individuals throughout the day and night for mining activities. These individuals typically utilized hammers and chisels to extract small rock samples, which they would then transport in assault bags for further processing to extract raw gold. Despite repeated warnings and attempts to deter them, these individuals persisted in accessing the mining site, reportedly resorting to threats of violence against workers with bows and arrows. An excavator operator working at one of these sites recounted witnessing 3 individuals, illuminated by torchlights affixed to their heads, walking towards a location where rocks had previously fallen. Moments later, he heard a disconcerting crackling sound and observed 2 figures hastily fleeing the area. Upon investigating, he discovered Peter Smith's lifeless body lodged between 2 substantial rocks. Authorities were promptly notified, and law enforcement officers arrived at the scene to conduct an investigation. Visible marks of trauma were observed on Smith's head, neck, chest, back, and abdomen. Following the preliminary examination, Smith's remains were respectfully removed from the site and transported to the Lethem Regional Hospital. As investigations continue into the circumstances surrounding this tragic incident, the community mourns the loss of Peter Smith and awaits further updates from the authorities. Tragic motorcycle accident claims 2 lives in Burbus. A devastating motorcycle accident on the Quarantine Public Road in Burbus has left 2 young men dead and another in critical condition. The deceased have been identified as 21-year-old Dialal Tulsi, also known as Vekash, of Lot 90, South 1st Street Letterkenny, Quarantine, and 22-year-old Rondi Emmanuel, a laborer residing at Lot 167 Williamsburg, Quarantine. The injured victim is 17-year-old Viram Sicharan of Lot 63 Williamsburg Village. The fatal incident occurred around 20:30 hours on Friday along the Williamsburg Public Road. Tulsi was operating motorcycle #CM2969, while Emmanuel was riding motorcycle #CM50 with Sicharan as his pillion rider. According to police reports, Tulsi was traveling west along the southern drive lane of Williamsburg's public road, while Emmanuel and Sicharan were heading in the opposite direction. Both motorcycles were allegedly speeding when Emmanuel lost control of his bike, veering south into the path of Tulsi. The collision between the 2 motorcycles was unavoidable, resulting in all 3 riders falling onto the road and sustaining injuries. Emergency responders rushed to the scene and transported the victims to Port Morant Public Hospital. Tragically, Tulsi was pronounced dead upon arrival, while Rondi Emmanuel succumbed to his injuries while undergoing medical treatment. Sicharan, suffering from a fractured skull, was initially treated at New Amsterdam Public Hospital before being transferred to Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, GPHC, where he remains in critical condition. As authorities continue their investigations into the circumstances surrounding the accident, the community mourns the loss of 2 promising young lives and hopes for Sicharan's swift recovery. Teenager remanded following alleged robbery under arms incident. In a court session at the Georgetown Magistrates Court on Friday, 18-year-old William Gudasal found himself remanded to prison in connection with a robbery under arms charge. Gudasal, hailing from Lot 494 SC Field Sophia, appeared before Senior Magistrate Laron Daly and entered a plea of not guilty to the charge leveled against him. According to reports, on April 3, 2024, Gudasal, armed alongside another individual, allegedly robbed Rodwell Reese of his red and white 125 Lindy motorcycle, CM2311, valued at $322,000. The incident purportedly occurred in South Sophia around 20:55h. The victim, Reese, was reportedly traversing a bridge when he encountered Gudasal and his companion. Upon brandishing weapons, a firearm and an ice pick, they demanded Reese to dismount his motorcycle, which he did. Subsequently, Reese was purportedly attacked by the duo, resulting in an injury to his left wrist, before they absconded with his motorcycle. Gudasal was apprehended on April 13, 2024, and during questioning, purportedly admitted to his involvement in the crime, revealing that he and his accomplice sold the stolen motorcycle for $80,000. Moreover, it was noted that Gudasal had previously escaped from lawful custody upon his initial arrest, leading to his recapture on April 18 and subsequent charges. During the court proceedings, the prosecution objected to bail, citing Gudasal's prior involvement in offenses of a similar nature and his recent release from prison. In light of the gravity of the alleged offense, coupled with the defendant's criminal history, Gudasal was denied bail. He is slated to appear in court again on May 24, 2024, as investigations into the matter continue.